I'm Joey.
I'm Jason.
And this is Metal
Monster
Review. Today, we're going back to the 80s. We have a tendency to do that around here on this show, but hey, you know what I mean? There's something special about that decade in horror movies. And being as that's the holiday season, we decided to do a holiday horror movie. Today, we're going to talk about the 1984 Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is a cool little slasher movie, and a little synopsis about the movie here is it got a lot of shit when it came out back in the 80s. It was a little controversial for its time, and maybe still a little controversial today. What you got going on here is this. You have a kid and his family, Billy, who are driving to a mental institution to visit their grandpa on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And grandpa is a couple sandwiches shy of a picnic, if you will, and begins to tell Billy that Santa only brings toys to good children. And if you're bad, you better run for your fucking life, is what he's telling him. Scares the living hell out of the kid.
Yeah, when your grandpa tells you Christmas Eve's the scariest night of the year.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You kind of panic a little bit. You know what I mean? It kind of leaves a lasting effect on you. So they're driving home after visiting Grandpa. And then something unpleasant happens. Billy's family is brutally killed by a man dressed as Santa. Jason, would you like to talk a little bit from here about it?
Yeah, Billy survives this ordeal because he runs in the car, leaves the car, runs in the woods, and leaves his little baby brother for dead.
Yeah.
But then it jumps ahead. Him and his brother end up in a orphanage run by nuns. And this doesn't help poor Billy because obviously this kid needs like a psychiatrist to get him to deal with this.
Yeah, he needs some psychiatric help. There's
But
definitely
the one nun notices this and tells the main nun, known as Mother Superior, that he needs more help. And she's like, no, discipline and punishment is the way to go.
Yeah, she has her own little methods of how she can treat this, you know. And what you got here really is a psychological aspect here. You know what I mean? It's almost like a psychological story. Something traumatic happened to this kid, and it just with a lasting effect on him. And especially around Christmas time is when he kind of flips his fucking lid, if you will. So,
and like the Mother Superior doesn't want to hear none of this, and for like a test to prove that her theory's working, that he's been getting better and blah blah, and the other nuns like, well, yeah, he always gets better after Christmas, but Mother Superior brings freaking Santa Claus in and makes little Billy sit on his lap, and he just punches Santa in the face.
He did. He cold-cocked him right there.
And then it jumps to when he's 18 years old.
And when Billy becomes 18, he gets a job working in a toy store. And it's around Christmas time. And they're a little short-handed. They need someone to play Santa. What better fucking person, you know what I mean, than the guy who's got the major psychological effect and just petrified of Christmas and Santa to dress him up as Santa himself. And there's a scene here where he looks, and we were just talking about this a few moments ago, where he sees it's Merry Christmas sign and Santa's face on it. He just has a kind of like face on him like, oh yeah, something bad's going to happen here in the next 10 minutes in this movie. Because he ends up putting the Santa suit on. He makes it through his little job there when the kids are coming to see him. But once the doors get locked and the Christmas party gets started, so does Billy.
Yes, unfortunately. And they're after the Santa gig and the store's closed. It's party time. And then poor Billy sees a woman, something bad gonna happen to her, and he steps in and, as Billy would say, punishes the other guy.
Yes.
And she's like, "You're crazy," blah blah blah. And they said, "Well, fuck you, you're dying too."
Yeah.
Man,
So
I would have been thankful if I mean, Billy didn't have to get it that measure, but hey, he helped her.
yeah, I mean he did, but I think he took it a little too far.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? It's one thing to help somebody else, and this was something completely different. But I mean, what you got here going on is this: it's a little underrated slasher movie. It's definitely one I feel that gets overlooked a lot, and it got a lot of criticism and a lot of controversy for its time. And now that there's a remake of this movie out, and there's still some controversy going on there too.
And we even have a appearance of Renee Quigley in this movie.
Yes, you do. Yes, we do. And it's a really cool scene here with Linnea, 80s Scream Queen. And without giving too many spoilers, I know we have a tendency to do that. And I don't want to ruin this movie for you because if you haven't seen it, I want to tell you, by all means, definitely check it out. But her death scene in it is really fucking wicked. And that's something original that I don't know if I've ever seen in another horror movie in my time.
And this is just a nice, fast-paced movie. I'm entertained the whole way through it.
Yeah,
it's not a lot of slow crap. And I think the guy playing Billy, this was his first movie. I tell you what, I think he did a really good job.
I do too. I mean, it was a good acting job on him.
I mean, this movie's not going to change your life or anything.
No.
But it was entertaining, and the guy that played Billy, for what he was playing in, I think he did a good job. All his little facial expressions throughout the movie.
He did, and like I said, and it's a cool little movie. And one thing that I mentioned here, I just held this up. I even have a copy of it on the old school big box set here.
I'm so jealous. I
got the
little DVD combo with 1 and 2 on there.
Yeah, the big box here, buddy. I had to wipe the dust off of it for this review here. I mean, it's got awesome artwork on it too. I love this picture, and it just kind of lets you know what you're definitely getting into.
Yeah, but all the fuss about this movie is that it only played in theaters for like 2 weeks, and they pulled it from all the protests.
And yes, they did pull it from the theaters.
I mean, personally, there's far worse things out there, but I mean, I get it. They got some guy Santa Claus doing this, but well, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it was pulled from theaters after 2 weeks in 1984, and then had a video release, and that's probably, and once again, word of mouth is probably one of the best publicities to use. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's like you'll talk to a friend who talked to a friend and says, "Hey, check this movie out." And that's like the best publicity for a lot of things.
I didn't get to see this movie later till I think it might have been 18 or 19. And I wanted to see it before that, but for some reason, these damn big boxes were always like the naughty zone.
I know what you're talking about.
I remember going to the tape store with my mom, like, "Oh, Mom, I'm going to see that." No. Damn you, big box.
Damn you, big box. But it's really appealing and cool looking.
Oh, it is.
Look at that. That is just awesome. And once again, VHS artwork had the coolest fucking artwork for sure. So, is there anything else you'd like to add about Silent Night, Deadly Night?
It's definitely worth a watch. You like your slasher movies, it's worth a watch. To me, it's entertaining the whole way through. I'd check it out and see for yourself if it should have been pulled from theaters.
Yeah, it's currently on Shudder, so you do have a chance to sit down and watch it.
Or if you ever don't want to sit and watch the whole first one, you can always watch part 2 because.
Oh no! Hang on, hold
on. But hear me out.
No,
I think this is the only horror movie where you don't have to watch the first one. You go straight to the second one. Like half that movie's a recap of the first one. I'm talking showing footage from the whole first movie.
Yeah, Silent Night Part 2 was an hour and a half, and probably about 40 minutes of it was a recap from the first one. So I definitely understand what you're saying there.
If you ever want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, watch Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2.
Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, if you're going to watch any of this franchise, just stick to the first one.
I would stick to the 1 hour and 24 minutes of the first one.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, be sure to look up Silent Night, Deadly Night, and be sure to subscribe to Metal and Monster Reviews. I'm Joey.
I'm Jason.
And this is Metal
Monster
Review.